The first step is weighing vanillin as much as 0.7608 grams and p-aminophenol 0.5457 grams, and then put in a mortar. Carry out under directional grinding for 20 minutes. Pause every 5 minutes until yellow powder is formed. Then, weight the filter paper and wet the filter paper with cold water and air it. Put the product into filter paper and clean the rest of the product in a mortar with a little cold water. Sterilize the cup and place the product in a desiccator for 1 week. In the result of the synthesis of observed physical properties, grinding 20 minutes produces vanillin and p-aminophenol 1:1 ratio, produces a solid yellow color. The melting point test result with MPA produces a Schiff base, melting point of 166 degrees Celsius, and gets an amendment of 94.25%. As a result of the synthesis, which was observed by the chemical nature, the Schiff-based compound was dissolved with hydroxide natrium, additional of drop by drop, causing complete dissolution. From the picture of the FTIR result, it can be seen that there is a peak at wave number 1619 which shows the CN group, and is followed by the loss of the primary amine group, which is at a wavelength of around 3500 until 3400, followed by the loss of the CO carbonyl group, which is at wave number 1820 until 1600 centimeters. Of the formation of the product was also strengthened by the presence of a peak of OH in 3420. The formation of the product was also strengthened by the presence of a peak of OH in 3412 and aromatic CC in 1800 until 1700. The first step was the leaves clean so that no impurities are involved. Then, arrange on a baking sheet
A few moments later.
to the oven with a temperature of 37 degrees Celsius because of alkaloids will be damaged if at high temperatures. Put it in the oven for 3 days.
One eternity later.
Meanwhile, much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
And then remove the sample papaya leaves from the oven. Crush dried papaya leaf using a blender. And then sieve with 60 mesh sieve so that the powder has a uniform size and has a large surface area in order to obtain maximum result when maceration. The result of maceration of alkaloid isolation from papaya leaves using a ratio of 1:5 leaf powder and ethanol continued, then shaker for 24 hours. Soaking is rapid, up to 3 times shaker with a speed of 120 rpm. Each time repetition before soaking, it is first filtered using a Pachner funnel that is given filter paper to spread the filtered and residue, then given a new solvent. So we get 3 filtered for 50 gram sample. Then the rotary evaporator vacuum sample is done. Evaporation with a rotary evaporator is stopped until a sufficiently concentrated extract is obtained. From GCMS analysis, the product obtained showed 3 peaks. Peak fragmentation 1 shows the Z 109, which is a p-aminophenol compound. Peak 2 is 152 Z, which is a phenylene compound. The third peak is the highest peak in the spectra, so that is a base peak with the value of Z 243, which is a Schiff-based compound for 2-hydroxyphenyliminomethyl 2-methoxyphenol. UV spectrophotometers is an instrument that combines the wavelength with the frequency of the absorption intensity of the substance, transmission or absorbance, and expressed in the form of spectrum, in the form of line or absorption bands. The formation of absorption bands is caused by the excitation of more than one kind of electron in a very complex molecular group. The UV isolate spectrum showed a maximum wavelength at 206.0 nanometers with an absorbance of 0.7140. Visible UV spectrum result can be estimated with the conjugation of the double bond present in the compound, because the measured maximum wavelength is above 200 nanometers. The Kelty plot above is an appearance of papaya leaf ethanol extract on UV light at a wavelength of 254 nanometers. A variety of solvents are used as eluents, so the best separation are obtained in the chlorophyll and methanol eluents. Methanol 9,1, there are 7 stains.